If I've told you guys once, I've told you 1,000 times, I can't do lighting, so I'm sorry. Hey guys, so today I have a story time for you because I think this is called for. This is an eventful story time that I feel like I need to share with you guys, that I want to tell you about this eventful time. I'm getting another panic attack just thinking about all this happening. Like, I'm not even kidding, I'm going cold and like shaky just thinking about all this. So this just proves how it was a terrible, terrible day, yet the best day of my life. Today I'm going to tell you the story of the day I met Rome, the day I interviewed Rome. This is a story of how the day went, because it was a fucking train wreck. I'm just gonna start from the beginning of the day, like from the second I woke up, because from the second I opened my eyes on that Sunday, things went downhill. So I woke up and I was feeling pretty crappy, like I was feeling quite ill, and I was like, this isn't happening, like I'm just gonna pretend I don't feel ill. I was excited though, because like every morning of a concert or something exciting happening, I can't eat. Like I'm just like so buzzed, I can't eat. So I was like, I'm really hungry, but I don't really want anything, because I'm just a bit all over the place, because I'm like, oh my god, today I'm interviewing Rome. I got up and I had like a bowl of cereal. I think I literally just had a bowl of cereal. And I was trying to get in touch with Harriet, because I was like, what time are we doing stuff, because we are the most unorganised people in the world, and we hadn't organised train times, we hadn't organised she was coming here, if I was going there, we were going to catch train together, if we were going to catch the same separately, we were just all over the place. So I was trying to get in touch with her to be like, what time are you catching the train, where are you going, blah blah, because I need to know this stuff because I'm stressing already. So I finally got in touch with her at about 10, I think, and she was like, I will get a train into Birmingham for 2:30 from Telford. So I was like, fine, okay, I will get into Birmingham for 2:30, that's fine, like that, we'll do that. But then for some reason, like I hate going on trains on my own. I do it, but I hate it. And for some reason on that day I was like, I cannot catch a train on my own today. I just can't do it. And I didn't want to get to the station and then bail out. So I was like, we need to find another way for me to get there. So I called my mom, I called my nan, I called my dad. I was like, yo, what are we gonna do? Like, let's lay it all out. What are we gonna do? And there weren't many options, to be honest. It was, Mom could take you, but my mom was in the hospital with my little brother because he'd got something wrong with his lungs and we didn't want to like mess with that. Nan could take you, but Nan doesn't like driving to Birmingham and I didn't want to put her out. Or Dad could take you. I don't talk to you guys much about my parents, but let's just say my dad is a little bit I should probably tell you my mom and dad are divorced. Like, I've got step parents and stuff. Like, my mom and dad are divorced. So my mum phoned my dad and she was like, can you take her to Birmingham, she needs a lift. And my dad was like, sorry, no, my car is in the shop, it's getting done or something. And I was like, alright, fair enough, if your car's getting work done, that's fair enough. If you don't have a car, you obviously can't take me, that's chill. So at this point I was still panicking. I was like, I'm gonna have to get on a train on my own. So my nan was like, right, we've got a couple of hours, we'll sort it out, but I just need to go and get some shopping. So I was like, yeah, I'll come with you. So me and my nan are out and I don't even know what we're doing. We're like driving around somewhere, trying to find a parking spot somewhere. And I see this car and I'm like, I recognise that car. And then I see this man get out of that car and I'm like, I recognise that man. That's my dad. What? So like, you can't take me because your car is broken, yet here you are shopping with the car. Okay. And then my dad literally didn't talk to me for like 3 days and I was like, nice one. So I was freaking out because I was like, okay, there's no way I'm getting to Birmingham. I'm not going to do it, not going to make the interview, everything's going to be a mess. Then my mum was like, you know what, fine, I need to get out of this hospital room anyway, so like, I'll take you. So my dad dropped me at the hospital and I went with my mom. My mom dropped me into Birmingham. We were like having a good time and I was getting really nervous. I was like finally chill about the whole travel thing. I was like, okay, I'm gonna get there, I'm gonna be fine, I'll meet Harriet in the station, and then the only thing I have to worry about is the interview, which will be fine. We pulled up outside Grand Central, but there was like a load of traffic, and my mum was like, if you get out now, it'll just be easier for you to walk into Grand Central, and I can just turn around a lot easier. But as I was getting my stuff, because obviously I got my rucksack, my camera bag, my water bottle, I got everything. As I was getting my stuff together, the lights changed to green, and my mum had to go and turn around. So she was like, quick, get out of the car. So I like jumped out of the car, almost got run over by a taxi, which was not fun, and slammed the door, and my mum drove off. I went to pull my phone out to text Harriet and be like, yo bitch, I'm in Birmingham. And I'd left my phone in the car. And my mum was already gone. So I started sobbing. I was like, I'm not gonna get anywhere without my phone. I'm not gonna find Harriet. I don't know where she is. Because I should also probably say, by this time it's like 4:30. So we were supposed to meet at 2:30, and it's 4:30. And I don't know anyone's number off by heart, so I was basically stranded in Birmingham. So me, in tears, I was just like walking through Grand Central, like I couldn't see where I was going, I was so teary. So I was walking through Grand Central and I went into the place where they sell tickets, or you can pick up your tickets or something, and there was like a woman behind one of the desks, and she looked like a really nice woman. So I went up to her, and it was at this point I started to like, I couldn't breathe, I was feeling really sick. I'd still only eaten cereal, and I started crying, I was like sobbing, I was like, please just like, can I borrow your phone? And then they were like, yeah, of course. I was like, I love my phone, I don't know what to do. So they gave me their phone, and the only number I could remember was my nan's house number. So I phoned my nan, and I was like, Nan, can you tell my mum that she's got my phone? I've left my phone in the car. My nan phoned my mum, and then phoned me back, and was like, yeah, she's gonna be about 20 minutes, because she's on the motorway, and you can't really turn around on the motorway. So I was like, fuck. So I didn't know what to do. I was waiting in there for ages, I was waiting outside. At one point, I just started sobbing. I was like, she's never gonna come, she's never gonna get here, I'm gonna miss it. And I was just crying so much. And I sat down on the floor, and there was this really nice woman, and I was just sat on the floor sobbing, like literally, you know when you cry, like there's a cry where like you let a couple of tears escape and you like don't make any sound but you're just crying, and then there's a sob where you physically can't hold back like the noises. Do you know what I mean? Is that weird? So this woman came over to me and she was like, are you okay? And she was like, do you want to borrow my phone? Do you need to call someone? And I was still sat on the floor like, I don't know, and so she was like, do you want me to sit with you? Do you want me to wait? And I was like, my mum should be here soon. And she was like, if you need me, I'll be over here. My bus doesn't come for a while. And I was like, thank you. Luckily, as soon as we stopped talking, I stood up and like walked a bit further, and my mum came around, and I opened the door, still crying. I didn't want my mum to shout at me because I knew she was mad. So I just went, thanks, and shut the door, because I was like, no, can't deal with it. Can't deal with being shouted at. I have my phone, I'm like, yes, holy grail, thank you. But then I remember, I've got no credit. I haven't had credit for like 3 months, but now I look and it's like 5 o'clock, and I'm like, shit. I looked through my messages and Harriet had texted me and she was like, what the fuck, like, stop ignoring me, are you ignoring me on purpose? And I was like, oh my god, she hates me. She literally hates me, she's not want to go with me, don't know where she is, fuck. So I tried to call her through like FaceTime audio, because you know you can do that with Wi-Fi, and I was connected to Grand Central Wi-Fi, and she wasn't answering, so I was like crying. So the only other person I could think to phone was my boyfriend, so I phoned him, and I was like such a mess. I was like, I don't know what to do. And literally we got together the day before, and I phoned him and I was like, I'm so sorry that the first thing you have to deal with is me sobbing. And he was like, no, it's fine. And then, what happened then? Oh, yeah, then Harriet phoned me, and I was like, I didn't even say bye, I was just like, so I answered her, and I was sobbing, and at first, she was like, what the fuck, where are you, what, like, what? And then I think she heard that I was just sobbing, and I was like, I'm so sorry, I'm a terrible human, and then she was like, wait, are you okay? And I like briefly explained everything that was going on. I was like, I lost my phone and I didn't want to catch a train, and she was like, okay, calm down. Turns out she wasn't too far away, so she came to me and stayed on the phone to me while I was having this mental breakdown. And then I saw her and I ran at her, and I was just, we just both sobbed. We were just like what, we were just sat in the middle of Grand Central like crying, and then I asked her like what had gone on with her, and apparently during all the time that I was freaking out, Harriet had like caught the wrong train and was like got off at the wrong place, and obviously didn't know where I was, and had an argument with her mum, and so we both had the most stressful day I think we've ever had. But it didn't end there. Like, that was where I was like, right, I'm with Harriet, we're in Birmingham, I've got my money, I've got my phone, everything is good, everything's gonna be okay now. But then, I don't know if I've told you guys this, but I have a massive fear of feeling sick. Like, it's an actual thing. I'm literally getting therapy for it because it's ruining my life. It was at this point that I realised I hadn't eaten anything all day but a bowl of cereal. And so I was feeling sick with nerves, anxiety, hunger, like everything. So we were like, let's just go and get coffee and food. So we went and got some food. So we thought that was it. We thought that was good. I didn't eat all of my sandwich. I got a sandwich. I didn't eat all of it because I was like feeling sick with nerves as well, so I couldn't eat and I couldn't stomach anything. So we started walking to the venue where Rome was. So we were walking down the road to the venue to Rome. We got lost. We had no idea where we were going. There was one point where my mind just took over, and my mind was going, you're not going to be able to do this. You've had such a stressful day. You're not going to be able to do it. Are you really up for a gig? You're going to be sick while you're there. You're just not up for this. You should go home. You shouldn't be here. And so I like sat down on the side of the road and I was like crying, and I was like, I don't know what to do. I'm not going to be able to do it. I feel so sick. I'm not going to do it. But Harriet, the lovely, lovely friend that she is, like, I love her so much. She was like, yes, you are going to do it. You're going to do it. You're going to be fine and everything's going to be great, and you're going to regret it if you don't do it. So come on, you're going to do it. And I was being so negative. I was like, nope, I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to do it. It's going to fail. Or everything's going to go to shit. And she was like, no, you are going to do this. You are going to have a great time. We're going to have fun. And I'm really glad that I did. And I'm glad she was there with me, because honestly I think if anyone but Harriet was there, I don't know what I would have done. So Harriet, I love you. So we got to the venue, 12 and a half panic attacks later. We got to the venue and we saw Beth and Becky and Connor, and I was like, hey guys, love you all. Great time. And Harriet was like, when we get there, just have a minute to calm down and like chill before you go in for the interview. Because I had and still have the phone number for their manager. So I had to borrow Harriet's phone to ring them, and I was like, hey, can I borrow your phone? And she was like, yeah, sure. And I didn't know what I was doing. I didn't realise what I was doing. And I was typing it out, and I was like, and we literally just got there, and I was still shaking, and I was like, And as it rang, I was like, what am I doing? Why am I doing this? So I was, I was on the phone to Harriet and looking around at people like, what am I doing? Why am I phoning them now? And then he answered and I was like, hi. Because I'd rung him before just to say, like, you know, we're in Birmingham, we're on our way, and he was like, yep, they're doing sound check till 6, so you got plenty of time. When you get here, just ring me and I'll let you in. So I was on the phone like, okay, we're here. And he was like, yep, I'll come and let you in. And I was like, I hung up and I was like, fuck, what did I just do? Why did I do that? Why did I phone him? Oh my god, what am I doing? And all the people around me, apart from like Beth and Becky, like they knew. Everyone was like, and it felt really weird. I don't want to sound like a snob, and I'm really sorry if I sound like a snob, but the fact, it just felt really cool. Like, he opened the door and everyone was like, and he called for me, and I was like, I'm here. So I went in, Beth and Becky all wished me luck, and he was like, everything good? I was like, as good as it can be. So we went in and I was like, fuck, this is so cool. Like, this is amazing. We're in the venue right now. So the manager comes back and he's like, yeah, you've got like 30-40 minutes to do the interview. I was like, that's fine, that's enough time. So I don't know if any of you have ever been to the Mamaroo venue in Birmingham, but it's really small. And there's like a flight of stairs and a balcony where people can sit and watch the show. And then there's a set of double doors, and then another set of stairs. There's like one that goes up and one that goes down. The one that goes down goes to the toilet, and it's really mank, I would not recommend. And the one that goes up is band access only. So we went up, and I was like, oh shit. So we went up, and Drew, their manager, he was like, hey guys, this is the girl who's going to do the interview. And it was quite dark up there, so I didn't see very much until Alex Costello was this close to my face, and shaking my hand, and he was like, "Hi, Ash," and I was like, he knows my name. So I was like, "Can I use your toilet before we do this?" And he was like, "Yeah, sure." He was like, "The women's toilet's over there, but there might be some dudes in there because it's the only toilets we can use." And I didn't pay attention to that part. Why didn't I pay attention to that part? Because I went into the toilet and started going, oh my god, Roma out there, ah, Alex just shook my hand, ah, this is crazy, ah. And then Matt came out of one of the cubicles. Oh, and I also think we broke the window in the toilet, because when you open the window you could see when you looked out the window you could see everyone lining up. I wanted to open the window to lean out and like wave. Actually thinking about it now, it's probably a really dumb idea. But we opened the window and then it wouldn't open, so we started shaking it and then the handle like came loose and we were like, fuck, close it, and we couldn't, so I think it's broke. So then we finally went outside. I was holding the door handle for ages, like, I can't do it, I'm not going to do this. We finally went out and went back out into the thing, and we stood there for a minute because Drew was gone and we were like, okay, what do we do? And then he took us down about 10 flights of stairs into like this underground like thing that I don't know. And I walked in and I was like, oh my god, Alex is there, Miles is there, Sam is there. So yeah, we got in there, did the interview, it was all great. They were so lovely. They were so nice, guys, you have no idea. I don't know if you picked up on it, at the very beginning of the interview, at the very start, Harriet sat down on the settee, because there was like a sofa where we did the interview and then there was two to the side, like the side of the camera, and Harriet sat down on the one next to me but sat on something and it like crunched or whatever, and Alex Costello was like, you just killed my mouse, and Harriet was like, what mouse?
You just killed him. Run off.
Is there an actual... No. And then one thing that Alex said to us after the interview was over, he was like, did you guys know that the word crisp starts at the back of your throat and ends on your lips? Honestly, say it. Say it. You can feel it, like, travel through your mouth. It's really weird. And I was like, what? And he was like, just say it. So we were stood there saying it for ages, and I looked back up and they'd gone. And I was like... So we went and stood back outside and got let in, and we were on a +1. We were +1 at the venue. That is crazy. Drew said to us, he was like, when you come in, just say you're on a +1 and you can do whatever you want. And we were like, okay. Because I don't know if I told you guys this, but Harriet was doing photography for them as well. So we walked to the manager when we got in, like when everyone else was piling in, and we were like, she's doing photography, what do we do? And he was like, go anywhere. Literally, if you want to get on the stage, get on the stage. If you want to go to the side of the stage, do it. Just go wherever you want. And there was like the crowd here, and then there was a barrier, and then where all the photographers and the side of the stage was, and we got to go there. We stood there for like 3 songs and it was crazy. And then after the show, Harriet got a set list, and she because she like took it off the stage, which she probably shouldn't have done, she shoved it into me and then ran off because like everyone was getting off the stage and it was a really small space. So she like ran and I was like, bitch, where the fuck are you going? And I was stuck holding this set list and I was like and Alex Costello saw me like being a mess and all over the place, and he like came up to me and put his hand on my shoulder. He was like, are you okay? Like, I was like, I'm confused, what's going on? And he was like, okay, this way. And so yeah, we were waiting to like get another picture with Alex and like see everyone, and I saw Alex Adam and I was like, hey, I'm really gutted you couldn't do the interview, but you know, I hope you're feeling better, because he got like a bad throat or something. And he was like, oh yeah, I'm really sorry, like I'm really good, I couldn't do it. And he was like, it's fine. And Matt said the same thing. We spoke to Matt as well, and he was like, oh, I'm so sorry I couldn't do it, like the guys said that they had so much fun. And I was like, oh, thank you. I was like, maybe next time. And he was like, yeah, definitely next time. And I was like, guys, it's gonna be a next time. I hope there's gonna be a next time. Let's hope there'll be a next time. That was really cool. And then at the very end of the night, we went up to Alex Costello again, and I was like, thank you so much. Like, thank you for everything. Thanks for being so nice. Like, I've had a really crappy day, but thank you. I got loads of compliments from them saying that my questions were original, and I was like, bitch, they're not my questions. They're my viewers' questions. And they were like, well, they're really good, and we would like them, so you guys did a good job. Oh yeah, and then as we were leaving, we were in the car on the way back, and I got a phone call from the manager. And I was like, what? So I answered it and I was like, hello? And he'd butt dialed me, like he'd accidentally called me, and I was like, do you understand? Because I could hear Alex Costello, but I couldn't hear what was going on, but I could just hear his voice, and I was like, but no, it was really cool and really fun, and I enjoyed it a lot. And considering that it was a fucking hectic day, I think it was a lot of fun, and I'm really glad that Harriet was there with me, and I'm really glad that I got to do the interview, and that is how I felt the entire day. So thank you guys for watching this. I know it's still long and boring story time, but I thought it might be interesting for some of you. You might want to know what happened when I got there. I have, oh, just so you know, I have a lot more like video ideas and like pop punkiness coming soon, because I know a lot of my stuff hasn't been very pop punk. However, there is one video that isn't like me, but I found a conspiracy theory that I am so interested in. Like, I'm really interested in it, and I want to talk to you guys about it. So I'm planning a video about it at the moment. So yeah, if you like this, please like it. If you like me, then please subscribe. If you want to see that interview, if you haven't already, I will leave a link in the description. And yeah, I hope you all have a great day. Okay, bye. Also, can we appreciate that I've been living in this jumper since I bought it, which is at the show.